So, Smash Brothers Ultimate. How long is it until December 7th? So, I'd just like to say before this video begins, I made a whole video about everything else in the Nintendo Direct aside from Smash Brothers. So, maybe you should watch that and like it and subscribe. Yeah. Okay, so after the focus of this Direct shifted to Smash Brothers, he gave a brief description of Smash Brothers and started talking about fighters. And we saw a quite cool montage of a bunch of different fighters. So this character video started out normal with all the normal characters, and then we saw the ice climbers, and everyone was assuming that they'd come back. Eventually we saw a Pokemon trainer and some characters that we weren't expecting to come back from the last game, like Cloud and Wii Fit Trainer. And then they showed Snake, and then they said everyone is here. And I died internally. And then they continued showing more characters. And the song got really good. There was like a choir that started singing. And I was like, whoa! Since every character is coming back, that also means the Miis are coming back. And I believe that that means that this is the first game that the Miis are being used in on the Switch, aside from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I believe in the fighter video, every character was shown, and then we were given a really cool painted looking image, and then Sakurai confirmed that every character in any Smash Brothers ever is going to be in this game. I am personally very happy that every fighter is coming back, because I've seen a few people talk about which fighters they think are going to be cut, and I was like, I don't want any of them to be cut. They all have an equal spot in my heart. So it's good to know that everyone is here. They also said that the character selection you begin with will be similar to the original selection that you got in the original game. And in that game, you only began with 8 characters and unlocked 4 more later in the game. You began with Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, and Pikachu. And then you also unlocked Luigi, Ness, Captain Falcon, and Jigglypuff. They also said that you unlock characters in different ways, so it won't be like Smash 4 where you just unlock them by playing a bunch of matches and then eventually a challenger was approaching. And that also means that it will take a very long time to unlock the 60 something characters in this game. They also announced that 8-player Smash is returning. So, if you do that in handheld mode on the small screen, I'm sure that'll be a hoot. And then Sakurai talked about a lot of differences they gave to the characters. I'll talk about this and some other random thoughts later in the video. But I will like to say that they did admit that Dark Pit and Lucina are clones, and they're calling them Echo Fighters now. I was wondering if Echo Fighters will have their own space in the character select screen, and apparently they will, because when they show the character select screen growing at one point in this video, I can see Lucina in her own space. And then they announced a new Echo Fighter of Daisy. They also showed the Inklings and how their ink will be used. And unfortunately, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like you can turn into a squid and swim through the ink. But it is cool that when an opponent's inked, they take more damage. Also, I like how the character uses a lot of different weapons from Splatoon, like the Splat Roller and the Splatter Shot. I do like that you can knock out some assist trophies, because apparently you can't do all of them. But it is cool that you can knock out at least some of them. But this point is where our hearts were broken. They revealed that Waluigi, once again, is stuck as an assist trophy. But maybe if we complain enough, he'll be added as DLC. Apparently there are going to be a lot of stages in this game. I hope that they have a lot of them from the 3DS version because I haven't played that version that much. And I also hope that they have some of the DLC stages because unfortunately I only bought the characters and not the stages when I bought DLC for Smash 4. They also showed a lot of new techniques and stuff like that in battles. Like the fact that the player who's winning in the battle will flash with light for a second. They also showed that you can get GameCube controllers for the game like you could for the last Smash Brothers, which I might actually buy one of those. They also said that the Amiibos from the last game will be able to be used in this game, which I'm very happy about. And they said that any Amiibo of the character can work in the game. That means that not only will I be able to use the few Smash Brothers Amiibos that I have, because I only have 4, but I can also use my Inkling Amiibo. They also said that because they're including every character, they can't include that many new characters. And then they revealed Ridley, which I know people have been wanting for a long time. I also like in the reveal trailer they basically killed Mario and Mega Man. But this makes me wonder, since he said there won't be that many new characters, does this mean that Daisy, the Inklings, and Ridley are the only new characters? Or will there still be a few more? I hope there's at least one more, but if there isn't, I won't be that disappointed. So that was basically everything that happened in the Direct. Now I'd like to mention a few random thoughts that I noticed while they were going through this. First of all, don't get mad at me for the completely random order I list these things in. So the first thing I'd like to mention is that Kaffee is now part of Mario, but I'm not sure if he'd be used for any attack, because so far it looks like the only thing that he's used for is a taunt. And with Peach and Daisy, it looks like instead of them just using Toad as a shield, it looks like he actually fights for you and helps you this time instead of just being shoved in front of other fighters. I also like what they've done with the final smashes, especially changing Wario's. Because while Wario is probably my favorite character in the Smash Brothers games, I really didn't like his final smash that much. Because to me, even though Wario was faster, it still felt like everyone else could easily just avoid me. And then by the time I actually got close to someone, the final smash just ended. So I like that this one allows you to attack them no matter what. And it looks like they're quickly going to be knocked off the screen. It looks like they're trying to make every final smash quick and powerful. So that makes me wonder, will they change Peach's? Because hers was not powerful. It just set the other opponent to sleep, and you got a bunch of Peaches everywhere. I also like Link's new move where he can put the bombs down, and then he can basically blow them up whenever he wants. That move will be really good for putting down and then waiting for someone to accidentally walk by the bomb so you can set them off. I also like how they're going to make the fight slow down whenever you hit someone really well. From what I've seen, it doesn't look like that'll be very noticeable and obtrusive. It also looks like it'll show even more impact when you hit someone. This is also the first Smash Brothers game where the designs for Link and Zelda come from different games. I also like the change that they made with the Pokemon Trainer, where instead of just waiting until you die to switch to a different Pokemon, you can switch it whenever you want. And I also think that they'll probably make it so when you die, you keep the Pokemon that you currently had. And it won't change like it did with the original Pokemon Trainer in Brawl. I also like the small changes they're making, like adding Proto Man and Base to Mega Man's final smash, and making Ryu always face his opponent. It's nice little things that they didn't have to do. So, in conclusion, very excited for this game. But it does make me wonder, what will they do in the next Smash Brothers? Because I feel like a lot of stuff that Nintendo's been doing lately just makes me wonder, how are they gonna top it? How are they gonna continue this and make it even better the next time? I've been thinking this with a lot of things. Like, how are they gonna make 2D Mario better after Mario Maker? What is a better idea for a console that they're going to come up with after the Switch? And what are they going to do with Smash Brothers after this game? How do you top having every character in every other Smash Brothers game? How do you top that? Well, here's what I think they should do. Look at me predicting the 6th game in a series before the 5th one has already been released. But I think they should keep it how it is with all the characters already there. Don't cut out any of them and just add even more. I think that's what they should do for every Smash Brothers game after this one. Get rid of any of them. I feel like people will feel like it's a step down. So I feel like they should just keep adding them. Okay, so leave a comment on what you think about this. Thanks for watching. Bye.